Hey, what's going on, guys? SRT Wolf here. Today's video is going to be 9 things I love about my Dodge Challenger Scatpack. And I know what you're thinking. Probably should have done this video a little bit, earlier, maybe within the first month of owning this car, or hell, even the first week of owning this car. But I feel that you got to drive the car for, a couple thousand miles to really narrow down what you like about this car. Now, this has been my dream car. Ever since I saw it was announced, I saw the shaker hood and everything. And I just thought, you know what, I gotta have this car. So there are so many things that I love about it that it's really hard to narrow it down to just, 9 things. But like I said, I'll do my best. And I do want to apologize, the car is a little bit dirty because I just came back from a trip from Santa Barbara. And, keeping a white car clean is a challenge. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started with number 1. All right, guys, so number 1 on this list has to be the paint. Now, I was talking about earlier that it's really hard to maintain white clean, and it is, but to be honest, when I was looking for a Challenger, white was the last thing I was gonna do. Getting a white car, like I said, was a challenge, but this white knuckle, as it's called, just with the black stripes and the black rims, it just goes together. I've always said that white and black, they just go together perfectly when it comes to paint. So that's the first thing that I love about my car, simply the white paint with the black stripes. It's really, really nice, and the blacked out rims really help that car, really help the car look, it really helps it stand out. So guys, let's move on to number 2. All right, guys, so number 2 on this list has to be that massive shaker hood that's sitting on top of the engine. Now, when I was looking for a Challenger, and I saw the 392 and I saw the Scatpack, I was like, I was in between the 392 and the Scatpack. But when I heard that Dodge was gonna be, bringing back the shaker hood for the 2015 model year and continuing it on, I was like, you know what? I want something that stands out. And believe me, when I say this thing is a head turner, this thing turns heads. Every time I'm driving down the road here in South LA or even going up north, I always get looks from people, and the one thing that they're looking at is the shaker hood sticking out, because for the most part you really don't see things like that on a car. You'll see maybe like the hood vents, but never something like this sticking right out of the car. So like I said, shaker hood definitely has to be the second thing I love about this car. It just stands out among the other Challengers and other cars as well. All right, guys, so number 3 on this list has to be the 6.4 liter Hemi V8 that's in this car. This is the same engine that you'll find in the SRT 392, 485 horsepower with 475 pound-feet of torque. And believe me when I say that this car is far from slow. 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, I believe. I've seen some people even do it in 4.1, even with the stock tires that come on it. So again, this car, far from slow. People like to rip on the Challenger a lot for being this giant boat that is on the road, but every time I'm sitting in this car, and I've never felt like I've been going slow. Whenever I need the power, it's there. And one thing that I do like about this engine, as you can see there, is that it's actually painted in this orange color. I believe that Dodge does this with all their Hemi engines, and it's just a little bit of that heritage. When you get a muscle car, that's one of the things that you're looking for, to get a piece of that history from back in the old days when it was the muscle car era. So for Dodge to do something like that on all their Hemi engines is something that's really, really awesome, and I love them for that. All right, guys, so number 4 on this list has to be the exhaust note that this car has. Now, the Scatpacks come with an active exhaust system from the factory, so the noise that this car makes just brings a smile to my face. And whether it's a cold start in the morning, at night, or a regular start in the day, this car sounds amazing. And it's hard to believe that I'm actually looking to get an exhaust modification to this car in the future, because this sound, again, I feel like it's just perfect. So here you go, guys. Enjoy the sweet exhaust note. Alright guys, so number 5 on this list has to be the rims and the Brembo brakes that came equipped with this car. Now, this car came from the factory with the Dynamics package, which is something that they added for 2017 for the Challengers. And it swaps out the front Brembo brakes, the 4 pistons, and puts in the 6 piston Brembo brakes, which I believe are the ones on the Hellcat. And it also gives them the Pirelli P0s from the Hellcat as well, the 275 by 40 by 20, and it blacks out the rims, and it looks really awesome with this paint. Like I said, the white on black, I think on any car just looks great altogether. So the rear brakes are still 4 pistons, but again, I mean, I have plenty of stopping power, and when people say that this car can't stop, believe me, these Brembos, they'll stop it on a dime. Alright guys, so number 6 on the list, we're going to be moving to the interior of the car. And number 6 has to be these seats right here, because they are one of the most comfortable seats I have ever sat in. My 2014 SXT had, yeah, I guess you can say similar seats to it. I love those seats. They were very, very comfortable. But this leather with suede inserts, it just feels great, honestly. Like, I've seen the SRTs that have the full leather. Those are really, really nice seats as well, but I feel like this is just perfect. Even on those very, very hot days when I come into my car, because of the suede here in the center, the seats aren't as hot as like traditional leather, and I think that's great. And both of these seats come with heated and ventilated seats, which also help out. In the rear, all you really have, you know, it's the same pattern. You got the leather with the suede insert, you know, simple, nothing really back there. It'd be cool if there would be like a USB outlet back here for my rear occupants, but if I wanted that, I should have just gotten the charger, right? Alright guys, so number 7 on the list has to be the instrument cluster here with the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen. Honestly, this is such an improvement from the 2014 interior. Don't get me wrong, that interior wasn't too bad. It's just, it really just felt simple. It just, you know, it was just, okay, here are your 4 gauges, you know, and if you had like the 6-inch infotainment system, I think it was like right down there. But the blend right here that they did with the styling from like 1971 with the blend of modern technology, just, it fits this car perfectly. One of the reasons why I decided to go with the Challenger instead of the Charger, honestly, was these gauges. I do love the full swoop that these do every time you turn it on. Now, I know the Charger does that as well, but just the detail and the way they look compared to the Charger, again, it was a plus for me. I definitely had to go for the interior styling of this car. So again, number 7 on the list, the gauges and the 8.4 infotainment system that comes with this car, because pressing this little button here gets me all this performance pages here, which, you know, are really fun to mess around with. So, and then because I have the shaker package, I also get the little shaker badge right there. So that's a little cool thing there. Alright guys, so number 8 on the list has to be this little Scatpack B here. Now, one of the reasons I decided to go for the Scatpack instead of the SRT392 is because of the heritage behind this little B there. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail of it because it would take me years, but back in the 70s, for the 69 Chargers and the 70s Challengers, there used to be a group called the Scatpack Club. Now, if you were part of that club, that meant that your Challenger or Charger was equipped with, you know, the highest performance parts that, you know, at the time that they offered, you know, you got them. If you were part of that club, you had them all with, you know, best parts for your engine, best parts for your, you know, exhaust, all that nice little, you know, things there. So that was really, really nice. Now, they decided to bring it back you know, for the modern era, which is really, really cool. But we all know that the Scatpack isn't the top of the line Challenger, you know, isn't the top dog anymore, because we have the Hellcat 707 horsepower. But also for 2018 we're gonna have that Dodge Demon, which, you know, is an amazing car, you know, by itself, 840 horsepower again. But I do like this little B. I like the heritage behind it, and that heritage also follows to the interior, which I talked about earlier with the little Scatpack B there. So, you know, people who don't really know a lot about cars, they always ask me, hey, what's with that little B there? And I've even had some people say, is that a slug on the side? But again, you know, when you start talking to them about the heritage behind this B, they're like, wow, that's really awesome, you know. And for people who do know cars, I obviously know, they see the little B on the side, they're like, oh damn, that's a Scatpack, it's carrying the 6.4. My only thing about this though is I wish that it had the 6.4 underneath. Now I don't really know why Dodge decided to do this. For the regular Scatpacks without the shaker hood, they have the 6.4 on the side with the B, but for the cars that come with the shaker, you know, the Scatpacks, they don't have it. Now obviously you can tell that it's a 6.4 because of the 392 on the shaker badge, or on the shaker hood. But still, it would have been nice to maybe have the 6.4 there. But again, number 8 on the list, the little Scatpack B there. Alright guys, so number 9 on the list has to be the headlights and the taillights for this car. Now, for 2015, when they did a refresh for the Challenger, they decided to get rid of the old headlights and they put these halo lights, I believe. And these are similar, you know, styling that you would find like on a BMW, which I think look really, really nice. Especially in the morning or in the daytime, when you have the daytime running lights, the turn signal headlights are actually on. They're bright yellow. For some reason, I have the lights on, but I don't know. I think it's because the car's in park that they won't turn on, but it just looks really, really aggressive. It almost seems like a beast coming down the road, you know, staring at you with those bright yellow lights. So that's one of the reasons I love these headlights. And even the tail lights. Tail lights in the back. At first I was very skeptical about it because I love that classic bar that the older Challengers had. And when they decided to do this split tail light styling, again, I was skeptical about it. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I really want it. But honestly, it's grown on me, and at night these really, really do come alive. Alright guys, so there you have it. Those are 9 things I love about my Dodge Challenger Scatpack. I know in the last few reasons I kind of got a little carried away with a little too much talking, so I do apologize on that. But again, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, as well as a comment. I would like to hear your opinions on the reasons why I love it. And I'm also on social media. Like I said, you guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I'll be leaving the links down below in the description. And yeah, I'll also be doing a 5 things I dislike about the Challenger, because like I said, no car is perfect, no matter what the price is, you know. So that's going to be an interesting video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, this is SRT Wolf signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.